You know the feeling, right? You've just polished off a great meal, you're full, you're happy, and then bam, it hits you. That overwhelming wave of sleepiness. So let's finally get to the bottom of this. It starts with your eyes. All of a sudden, they feel like they weigh a ton, and just keeping them open feels like a real workout. And your energy? Poof, gone. It's like someone just pulled the plug and you've gone from totally fine to completely drained in like minutes. At that point, the couch is calling your name. A comfy chair, your desk, honestly, anywhere looks like a great place for a quick nap. So what is actually going on here? Is it as simple as, oh, I just ate too much? Or is there some really cool biology at play? Well, let's find out. So let's dive into the post-meal mystery. We're gonna uncover the real science behind why you feel that slump after you eat. It turns out there are pretty much two main biological culprits to blame for that sleepy feeling. So culprit number one is all about blood flow. See, your body is super smart. It knows digesting food is a massive job, and it needs to send in the resources to get it done. Here's how it works. The second you start eating, your body starts rerouting blood away from other parts of your body, like your brain, and sends it straight to your stomach and intestines. With a little less blood flow up top, it's totally normal to feel less sharp, a little foggy, and yeah, tired. Your body's just prioritizing digestion. But that's only half the story. The second culprit is a bit more complicated. It's a whole chemical chain reaction, like a cascade of hormones. It's like a set of dominoes. When you eat, your body releases insulin. This insulin actually helps a special amino acid called tryptophan get into your brain more easily. Once it's there, that tryptophan gets turned into serotonin, which you might know as the chemical that makes you feel calm and happy. But here's the kicker. That serotonin is then used to make melatonin. Yep, the famous sleep hormone. So your meal literally starts the process of making the very thing that tells your brain it's time to chill out. Okay, so we've got our two culprits, but you've probably noticed that some meals knock you out way more than others, right? So why is that? Let's talk about the factors that really fuel that drowsiness. The kind of food you eat is a huge deal. If you eat a meal that's really heavy on carbs, we're talking lots of pasta, bread, or rice, you get a massive spike in insulin. And we just learned what a big insulin spike does, right? It kicks that whole tryptophan to melatonin chain into overdrive. On the flip side, a more balanced meal with protein, healthy fats, and fiber keeps your blood sugar and your insulin way more stable. And it's not just what you eat, it's how much. The bigger the meal, the harder your digestive system has to work, which means it needs even more blood and more energy. This just makes both of our culprits, the blood flow shift and the hormone cascade, way more intense. But there's one more major player in this whole game, and that's your body's own internal clock. It's called your circadian rhythm, and it's basically the master controller for when you feel awake and when you feel sleepy. Now, check this out. Most people have a natural, built-in energy dip in the early afternoon, usually somewhere between 1 and 3 p.m. So just imagine what happens when you eat a big, carb-heavy lunch right in the middle of that natural slump. You're creating the absolute perfect storm for sleepiness. Your food and your body clock are basically teaming up and screaming, "It's nap time!" So now that we understand all the science behind it, let's talk about what we can actually do. How can we take back our energy and fight that post-meal fatigue? The great news is you're not helpless here. You can absolutely push back against that afternoon slump with a few simple strategies. Here are a few things to try. First, eat smaller meals more often so your digestive system isn't so overwhelmed. Make sure your plate is balanced with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Also, try getting up and moving a bit after you eat. Even a short walk does wonders for your circulation. And maybe, just maybe, save that huge pasta dinner for a night when you don't have a big meeting right after, you know? So here's what I want you to remember. Feeling sleepy after a meal is not a character flaw. It's not a sign of weakness. It is 100% normal. It's a biological response. And that's really the key takeaway here. The next time you feel that drowsiness kicking in, just remind yourself, this isn't laziness, it's biology. It's your body doing exactly what it was designed to do. And by understanding the why behind it all, you're back in the driver's seat. You have the power to make small adjustments that can make a huge difference in your energy levels. So you're now armed with the knowledge.
The only question left is, how are you going to use it?